Okay, so what have I learned from being me? Well, good viber. That's a great question, and today we're going to talk a little bit about it because I think that there are certain things that only you can experience, and through those experiences, through sharing them with others, not only I pray will you be able to connect with what I'm sharing, but also with your own being and the gifts and the lessons that you've learned that you can pass down and pass and give to other people and assist them on their journey. So we're going to be talking a little bit about what I've learned just being me. This sounds interesting. So what have I learned from being me? Well, I'm going to break this down into three aspects: body, mind, and soul, just to give a holistic approach. And I'll start with the body because as I have grown and developed, I have realized this physical vessel that I'm in, it is very purposeful, and there's a reason why I am who I am, why I look the way that I do, why I was born missing certain teeth, like why I sound the way I do, why, even my mannerisms growing up. I think I got doted on a lot, at, being a young child, going to like nursing homes and churches, and just having the personality that I had. It was always something that I was aware of, why was I given this body? And there were times where I felt like I am beyond this. I feel like I'm a 70-year-old man, and there were times where I feel like I was a flower. There are these times where mentally my mind was different. It was not really connected to my body or yoked to my body in a certain way, and I've learned how beautiful it is to honor the vessel that I was given, and to realize that there's a purpose, that I am in this body for a reason. And make no mistake, I'm here, and this body will follow through and give me everything I need for the mission. And so I've learned a lot. I haven't really, thank God, had any issues, I guess. Just I don't really reflect on my body that much. And I've learned that's honestly a blessing. I don't really fret too much about my physical appearance or, those superficial stuff. And I'm really thankful that that's been something that personally I've never really obsessed over. There was a time where I did get, I realized you have tonsil stones, and if you have tonsils, and that freaked me out. And I realized a part of me gets a bit obsessive with stuff like that. I won't get too deep into it, but I realized that, and now I realize how blessed and thankful I am to have the body that I'm in, because it's for a reason, and to just be happy and not really mind too much. It's pointless to think, oh, am I this, am I that, when in reality, your body is here as it is for a reason, for your mission. You don't have to, it's like a tree thinking, oh no, is my trunk too thick? Is it too thin? It's just going to do what is best for it to do so that it can grow optimally. And I see that the same with human bodies. So I'm thankful to be in my body. I'm thankful to, not overthink too much. I remember talking with a coworker once, and they were picking at the smallest detail. I don't even remember if it was something on their face, and it was so small. And I said why nobody's really gonna know. And she's like, no, yes they are. In my mind I was like, no they're not. Everybody's obsessed with their own appearance. Nobody really cares what other people look like, as much as we may be self-absorbed with that concept. Yeah, so I learned a lot with the body, and I appreciate being me. I appreciate the body I'm in, and I appreciate at this time mentally I've connected myself to it to a point where I'm not kind of disassociating. And even though I am connected, and there are many spirits out there that can go in your vessel, I'm thankful to be at a point where mentally I have more of a filter and allowing those to kind of phase through and allowing myself to be grounded into where I am in this physical presence and place. Mentally, I'm so thankful that I have a very loud inner dialogue. It's very loud, and because of this, you can't really ignore it, is the best way to put it. And I'm thankful because I've learned a lot from listening to it. I've learned a lot on, what triggers me, on how I deal with certain things, and even the things that, of course, trigger me and make these emotional reactions come about. I'm learning how important it is to just listen to my inner dialogue. There were times when I would overthink breathing and blinking because I would just be thinking about it. And if you're doing that right now, it's okay. You can laugh. It's okay. Yeah, now I'm thinking about blinking. Oh, gosh. I've been thinking about blinking a lot. I'm trying to wink with my other eye. Okay, anyways. That has been a really big thing. And when I first started teaching meditation and sharing it with those around me, I think it was really interesting that those around me found it difficult to an extent of, let's say, being with their inner dialogue, because it was something so loud that they had to find something louder to drown it out, because it was saying things that they didn't want to address and they were running away from it. But you can't run away from your own mind. And so I'm thankful that mine is so loud that if I try to drown it out, it just is louder. And it makes me be aware of this inner dialogue happening, so I have to face it. And that's a blessing, honestly. It's a blessing that it's also humorous. I can laugh with it. I can, if I'm having a negative loop or inner dialogue, guess what? I can say pickle, purple, hippopotamus. And all of a sudden, it's a pattern interrupt, and I'm thinking of purple pickles and hippopotamuses. It's great. And I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful for the randomness that happens in my mind sometimes, because I think it gives an order to the chaos, and it actually helps organize it in some odd way. And I would say I'm thankful for my soul. I think that I am understanding how incomprehensible my soul is to some aspect. Like, like there's my higher self. Oh yeah, like there's a walk-in soul, oh yeah, like all of these. I'm seeing the many facets of my soul and the spirits that dwell within my vessel, and how they're connected to my soul, and how they're connected to how I communicate and perceive God. And I'm learning a lot about just honoring it, opening myself up to understanding, using discernment with what aspects of my soul and how I communicate with it and how I express it. I'm seeing my soul as almost this connection to God and how God expresses itself through me and the different aspects that I am open to. I see my soul as like these different fractals that create this bigger whole. And I'm learning, each cell in my body, I believe, is a part of this soul, and it's also a part of other souls, because I am made out of all of these other things that I consume and I interact with. And so I'm learning to honor everything as a part of my soul. And through honoring these things, I see that reflection come back to me. And it's pretty awesome. And it makes me feel so thankful to just be alive and to be who I am. I feel honored that every cell in my body is alive and it's working to help me experience this reality, to sense it, to perceive it, to interact with it. And it's so cool. So I'm thankful for that. And I'm still learning a lot. I'm still learning so much about, communicating with my soul and understanding its role. How is my soul how are these spirits in, how are they, what is their purpose, what kind of spirits are, a part of my soul, and how can I use them to really fully embrace my mission here on earth, embrace this temporary human experience that was given this flesh body to carry through and explore it. So yeah, that's what I've learned. I'm still learning, and I just pray that this video inspires you to reflect on what you've learned from the body that you've been given, the mind that you've been given, the inner dialogue, the soul that is dwelling within you, reflecting, connecting, and just being present with this aspect of our experience. I think it's so valuable, and you can receive pretty much everything you could ever want, because within your soul lies the blueprints, those thoughts for your mind to create that action, and for your body to really be in presence with, the physical reality around you. So thank you again for joining today's chat, and I appreciate you. And and thank you so much. Comment down below, what have you learned with your body, mind, and soul? And without further ado, I will see you in the next video. God bless. Namaste.